Hello everybody, this is Caleb. I have prepared this document you're seeing in the screen in order to share with you all how to deploy a Phoenix application that uses SQLite to Gigalixir. The document by itself, it will be available on my website. Check the link in the description for this video, and I will exercise the content of this document so you can see that it's quite easy to deploy a Phoenix application using Gigalixir. I have installed already the software necessary for this exercise, and it is a prerequisite to have installed the necessary tools. So let's get started with the exercise. We need a directory to create our application. I have chosen Playground. As I said, I have installed the applications. Here you can see the Gigalixir version I am using. Now it's time for us to create the application we are going to deploy, and that is quite easy. We are using this mix command. We are using the install flag, so we are not asked to accept the dependencies. We are using SQLite with the database flag. You can use Postgres if you want to, but this tutorial is about using SQLite. Okay, sometimes the tasks will involve some minutes in its execution. You can forward the video, or you can wait and see the actual amount of time that is necessary. And we are done here. So now it is time for us to continue with the document and change directory to our application. Now we can see the contents of the directory. We are going to create the database. As you can see, we are listing again the files, so you can see that there is this new file with the suffix db. Okay, now we need to make sure our application is working, so we are testing locally, and for that matter we are visiting the local host on port 4000, and here we are. Have a look at the application that is ready for us with only 2 commands so far. Now we need to initialize the repository, so we are adding the content that has been created with Mix, and we are committing those changes using the master branch, but you can use whatever branch you want to use. Okay, here we are. Now Gigalixir uses ES build, so we need to assist Gigalixir by creating 3 documents. You can copy paste the code from the document. It is not an image. You can actually select the text and use it. Now I'm going to execute this script, and we are going to have a look at the new files that have been created, and now we are going to commit those changes to the repository too. Alright, and we are having this message for the repository. We need to create the Gigalixir application. We are going to store the application name in this app name environment variable. You can choose your name if you want to, or if you like. You can have Gigalixir to choose one for you. It's up to you. And now it is time to set up the endpoint, and this is done with 2 commands to inform Gigalixir about our application. Okay, I am here with you, and just this is a voiceover audio. Okay, we are now setting the second parameter. Okay, we are done here, and after that we need to update the path in some file, configuration file, so Phoenix knows where our database file is located. Here it is, the dev file, and it is already there, the value that we need to, so there is nothing to do here. Now we are heading to the runtime file, and in here we are going to change 2 values, the one related with the database and the one related with the host on the line like 47 at this point of time. Okay, we are updating the database path in here. Okay, now we are about to also have this value for our host, just in case. Okay, now we need to test again our application. It is a good practice to test our application before committing changes to the repository. We are good to go. We stop the server. And it is time again to commit the recently added changes. And after that, we are going to push our actual code to the Gigalixir servers, so we can see our application being live. Okay, here we are. We are setting the upstream with Elixir and the branch you are working with. Okay, at this point, this process, it takes like 1.5 minutes. So again, if you want to forward the video, that's okay. If not, you can see the actual output being shown here. It's very fast, in my opinion. Make sure to check out the description for this video because there will be a link for this document that I have here on the site, and you can download the document and have it as a reference if you want to. Okay, it's time to see our application live, and we are seeing this error. Since this is a voiceover and I didn't sound surprised at all, but the point here is that I visited the link very quickly. The container is not ready yet, so we are going to check what is happening. I'm going to open my Gigalixir account, which, by the way, at this point it doesn't need a credit card to open the account, so it is amazing. And so we are here in the portal, and checking the logs. We realized that nothing wrong happened at all. It is just a matter of time. So we can see again that our application is now live. Check the URL. So we are going to log out from the portal and coming back here. There's our application, and we can stop here, but we need to see if SQLite is actually working. And from that matter, it was easy to actually bring an authentication system provided by Phoenix to see the database interaction. And we are creating this authentication system. We are putting that authentication in place in our existing application. And in here what happened is that I missed the dot between gen and auth. So you can see that nothing happened from the Git status. No files were generated. Now we have been asked if we want to use Phoenix Live View or controllers. And now the files are there. We are provided an authentication system with only writing a single command. That's great. We need to migrate so Phoenix knows about these new tables. Okay, you can see here the new table users, and we are testing again our application locally, and you can see in the upper right corner the new links. Okay, that's great. We are also provided a email notification system, but for the purpose of this presentation, I decided to actually disable that notification because it is out of scope. Maybe in the future I will do another video on that topic. For the time being, we have committed again our changes to the repository. As I mentioned, we are going to disable the email notification system, and we need to update the file user notifier. Okay, we are using autocompletion here, and here we are. In Elixir, you comment lines with the pound symbol, number symbol, and have a look how easy it is. Now we can just return this tuple that is necessary. Okay, so no more notification systems, so we are adding this last change to the repository, and after that we are going to push our changes so we can see our application again online with the new changes. So git push, okay, here we are facing or seeing again the deployment. At some point you will need to create an SSH key to interact with the server, because it is helpful to send commands to the server, like we are going to perform a migration remotely. I have already created the SSH key file, but if you need to refresh how to do so, this document actually have the command to do it. So, and you can actually you have two choices using the web portal to add your SSH key and doing in the command line. Okay, in here, this is the cache version. We have refreshed the website, and now we are seeing our application. We didn't test it, the authentication system, because we need to perform the migration first because of the new tables. On the side, you can see in the document that the part in which you will paste your SSH key, and in here we are executing the migration. And if you have several keys, you actually will need to inform Gigalixir which one do you want to use. Okay, that's the options flag in here. If we are answering yes here, and it's being made. We can now use the authentication system, and we can see that SQLite is actually working with the means of this little addition registration for this user. You can see it actually provides validation. Have a look, that's amazing. By using Phoenix and Gigalixir, you can actually focus on delivering your idea to the customers. So here we are logging now. Now we are going to log in to see if the record is there. We are entering the password. And success. Welcome back. So this is great. This is amazing. I hope you guys like this tutorial and find it useful. Check out the documentation, official documentation provided by Gigalixir, which is amazing. If you have any questions related to the prerequisites about installing Elixir, let me know. I will try to answer. And also, have fun. Thank you.